Hey students, Mark Ferrier here. This video is going to go over discussion 1B, rhetorical analysis thesis outline. So again, just to be clear, I'm going to go click here on table of contents for or you can go to content up here. Make sure that you've gone through, right, you started here for the first part of the class and now you're on module 1 and working your way through module 1. What you want to make sure is that you do these interactive readings because it's going to be very important for you to understand what we're talking about with rhetorical appeals, logos, pathos, and a rhetorical analysis, as well as situation in general. What is analysis? All of these are very crucial to completing these upcoming assignments. So make sure you're doing this in order, that you started with module 1 and then that you've worked through the overview, the readings, and now we're going to go on to discuss 1B, the assignment that follows 1A, which is this is the rhetorical analysis thesis outline. So what you want to do first is make sure you look through those instructions for the rhetorical analysis essay and then also working with peers, introduction to peer reviews. This is going to give you an idea of how to peer review, but for the essay, which is important, let me click on that here. You'll see that for the upcoming essay, this is the rhetorical analysis essay. There's instructions here, but you are going to evaluate the effectiveness of a written argument. So you can watch this video here, which will give you more specific instruction on how to complete the essay itself. But for discussion 1B, to prepare for the essay and to start writing your thesis and outline, you really want to have an understanding of what it is you're preparing for. So read that thoroughly. Now, step 1, what you're going to do is answer the following questions in your first post. So you're going to make a post here, and then you're going to tell us what text are you analyzing, which means you need to go to this rhetorical analysis essay, read through the instructions here, watch the video, and here under topic, it lists the options that you have for a text. Note that these are videos here in option number 3. For the purposes of this exercise, a video counts as a text as well. But you have to choose one of these to analyze for your essay. So you're going to go through here and look for an argument. So again, I can't stress this enough. You really have to make sure that you read this rhetorical analysis essay assignment instructions. Watch my video on how to complete the essay. And once you have an understanding of that, you'll know it'll make sense. Oh, I need to talk about in discussion 1B, I'm going to have to talk about the essay, the argument that I've chosen to write on for my essay. And again, to be clear, you'll click on topic here and you're going to choose one of these as your argument in the rhetorical analysis essay assignment. You're going to click on one of those. So you'll choose the text, or again, this could mean video, and you're going to identify, tell us who's the author and the title. So let's say I've read through, let me go back here. Let's say I'm going to go to the instructions for the rhetorical analysis essay. Clicked on that, I scroll down, and I've chosen my topic here. And let's say, you know what, I want to write on the Malcolm X ballot or the bullet article. This is the argument that I'm going to choose to write my essay on. This is the one I've chosen, the Malcolm X, the ballot or the bullet. So for 1B, for this assignment then, what you'll do is you'll say, I've chosen Malcolm X's ballot or the bullet. Malcolm X is the author, the title of the ballot or the bullet. I'm going to post a link to the text. Again, this is pretty straightforward. You can get the link if you go back to the instructions for the rhetorical analysis essay and you found the Malcolm X. When you've opened this, you can just copy the URL from the text here as well from this link. So just use the link that was already provided. What is the main claim of the text? Haha, so this means you have to read the article once you've identified which one you've done it. What's the main claim? Who's the intended audience? When this discusses ethos, pathos, and logos, you really want to make sure, this is what I was referring to earlier, if you've done the readings for this module, you'll have an understanding of what ethos, pathos, logos is. So how is it used, how is pathos used, logos, and so on. And then you want to draft your thesis statement. So for part 2 here, once you have, and this, sorry, I just jumped over that really quick. The thesis statement is the thesis for your, let's go back here to instructions for the rhetorical analysis essay. This is the rhetorical analysis essay. So your task is to develop an understanding of the elements of effective argumentation, and your specific prompt is evaluate the effectiveness of the argument. So in this case, we chose Malcolm X. So let's just say we're going to evaluate the effectiveness of Malcolm X's argument. So your thesis is going to be around how effective do you think that argument is or was based on ethos, pathos, logos, and the rest of the rhetorical situation. So write your draft thesis statement, just a draft, early stages. What are you thinking of making an argument for based on numbers 1 through 6? Next, once you've posted that, so you'll come down here. Again, you can follow what I've been saying for the previous assignment. You can go ahead and just copy this, and then you'll come down here, start a new thread, give your thread a title, and for your post, you're just going to hit paste here, or you can do hit paste here, and now you have a space here. Let me make this a little bigger to answer these. What is the text, or what is the main claim? And I can just do answer and type my answer in. Let's get rid of that bullet point there. Oh, let's get rid of, let's get rid of bullet points here. No, one bullet, and we'll say answer, and then we'll come down here and say answer to number 2. Let's spell it right too. Answer is right. So that's your answer to number 2, and then you do the same thing for the rest of these, number 1, and so on. All right. So that's how you do step 1, your post. Then you're going to do a reply. In your reply, you're going to, with at least 100 words, reply to 2 classmates. All right. Does the person you're replying to clearly identify these things here? Do you agree with your assessment? So here, someone should say how ethos is used. They should say it's used well or wasn't that effective and why. All right. For number 2, do you agree with what they said about ethos, pathos, and logos? And then number 3, comment on their thesis statement that they wrote and give some comments or feedback. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 here, this is your main post. These are your replies. If you have questions about anything in discussion 1B or anything else, let me know.